Hello, Marisa. It's so good to see you. Hello,
You
everybody out
too,
there. Oh my god.
Jen.
Oh my god. Marisa, is it not the greatest thing to show up on these lives and already have like a bunch of people already chatting in the chat already with each other? Oh my god, you guys, I love it so much. It's so good to see everybody. We got Amna. Yes, everyone is around Amna. We got Meow Ming. Hello and good evening. Oh my god, that's right. You guys are on the other side of over across the pond. We've got Calvin, good to see you. We got Kate, good to see you. Anne, oh my god, so good to see you guys. Jessica, WT, holy cow. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Right, Marisa? Like, this is such a high point, especially these days. Oh my god.
It really is. Since the last time we all gathered, it's been how shall I say it? It's been horribly devastating here in Los Angeles with the fires. And so thank you to everyone for checking in on us. We are both fine. Our families are both fine. But it's been really hard for a lot of people we know. It's been so destructive, but the community is really rallying, coming together and supporting people. So yeah. And K-drama's kind of like it's such an escape for us, especially like, what's the date today? January 19th.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. Thanks, Norky. How are we? You know, let's just say 2025 it's been what is the joke? Like, it's been a year and people are like, yeah,
I
guys,
know.
it's January. It's only January. It's like it's been a lot, right? So
Yes.
uh yeah, heart is breaking seeing LA burning. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
it was just so I don't know about I mean, Marisa, you were here, but like it was so catastrophic watching it because we live here, right? So we're used to, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, you're kind of used to fires showing up on the west side, which is Malibu, Palisades, that area. Unfortunately, it happens quite often. And so a lot of times, as much as I hate to say it, you're kind of like, okay, we're safe, no worries. But then like the whole LA basin just kind of erupted and there were fires everywhere. The app that everyone's using, like, it's just there was a huge fire in Pasadena. There was a huge fire on Sunset. There was it was everywhere. It was catastrophic. It was amazing. So thank you for checking on us. And as Marisa said, that making sure we're all safe. But it's been a year. And it's not even February yet. Yeah. So anyway, so K-dramas, right?
Yeah.
Kind of saving my sanity, to be honest. Absolutely, with everything else that's happening. Good lord. Good lord. Anyway. Marisa, what on your watch list is kind of because my watch list is really tiny. What is your watch list looking like these days?
My watch list right now is Singles Inferno season 4. And Motel California. And actually,
I'm so excited to talk about that one.
there is someone from Singles Inferno who's in Motel California.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah. Plays her best friend, Aram.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Because
adorable.
Singles Inferno is all models and actors.
Right, of course.
All of them. And occasionally you get a med student, but like for the most part, they're all influencers, actors, models, model.
Oh, interesting. The Singles Inferno to K-drama pipeline. Done.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So you guys ready to get started with this one? I've got this.
Yeah.
I'm also again drinking as always my Americano. Between K-dramas and Americanos and my cat are like keeping me sane. So there it is. What do you got, Marisa?
Yeah. And I've got coffee with oat milk. It's funny because after this whole social media app debacle,
God,
joined Red Note, and someone asked Americans. It's been so lovely, like just kind of sharing regular things, and they instituted a tax for foreigners joining. Like you had to post a picture of your cat.
Oh,
cat or rabbit. So yeah. So someone asked Americans, "What do you drink in them?" Or no, Americans were asking Chinese, "What do you drink in the morning if you're not drinking coffee?" And they're like, "We drink tea." And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of can't survive without coffee.
Right?
So.
I think I've told you this before, but I've tried to segue over to tea, and I tried black tea because I figured it was the equal equivalent to, coffee, as close to coffee as I could get without drinking coffee, and I couldn't do it. It unfortunately gave me an upset stomach.
Oh, I think green tea is what you would need.
Probably
Yeah.
I probably need to be, but that is not nearly as satisfying as a coffee.
No, it's not.
I'm sure
We
it's
are we are conditioned and addicted
right.
to
I'm
the
sure
coffee.
I'm sure it's tasty, but it's not gonna cut it in the morning, not at all. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
TikTok is back.
Yes, it is.
Yay! But
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
staying on Red Note, right? Like, I oh my god, this is
Mhm.
not a political, show, but there are days where I'm just like, "Y'all." Anyway, we'll just let that one go. Alright, that's cool. Let's jump into it. Let's see what we got this week. I don't think anyone is watching is it Namib? 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 I don't even know what it's about. The Queen Who Crowns. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know why I'm trying. The Queen Who Crowns, episode 3 and 4. Did you guys see like the huge outcry that I guess they had like sex scenes in it, and then they were like, they must have been green screened and deep fake to make that happen. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, there's a whole thing with that one. So the Queen Who Crowned.
I watched part of the first episode, and it got to, the sex scene between it's so tame. It's more than your usual K-drama, but it was actually kind of hilarious. And it is starring, one of the horrible friends from The Glory, because I couldn't place her before.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, because they did
Mhm.
mention that she also did pearl clutching, a sexy type of scene in The Glory. Let's grab
Mhm.
her. And
Yeah.
they're just like, "What is wrong with her?" They were just, like, eviscerating this poor woman. I'm just like,
Oh my gosh.
"Y'all, not everyone is as pearl clutchy about nudity and sex. Like,
Mhm.
calm yourself." So, yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, and her next title is Climax. They're gonna lose their goddamn minds.
Is anyone watching this? No, not really.
Not
Meow
really.
tried.
Right?
Eh.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
that's the other
Nami,
one.
yeah.
Like, Nam
I mean, listen, I know we're talking way too much about a show we're not watching, but there's so much weirdness online about it. I'm just like, I wanna watch it just to see what these sex scenes are. You're making me wanna watch it, not wanna watch it. Oh my god, right?
Mm.
The 19 plus rating, they're like, "What did we watch that was 19 plus?" Oh, that was, what was the one that we watched? It was the No Gain, No Love spinoff, and they were like, 19 plus. And then they cut all the sexy stuff out. I'm like, this is not 19 plus. This is barely PG-13. I'm like, exactly, right, Meow Mix? It's just so, yeah, it's so
Oh,
so
well.
ridiculous. Let's see, what else? Surprise, it was so tame. Right, it's people are losing their minds. All right, so okay, so I think my next is no one's really watching Who Is She? And then okay, so the big question is Unmasked 1 and 2. Anyone other than me sat through both episodes?
I
I was
did
like,
not.
oh my god, it was
I
so
did
bad.
not.
It
And then I
was
talked to you, and then I really forgot about it.
it was chaos personified. Did anyone else watch this thing?
Oh, Kim Hae-soo, she's such the pinnacle for us was, Hyena,
Oh, right?
and I did not watch Under the Queen's Umbrella, but it's supposed to be good. And here we are, unfortunately.
Like, and this cast is amazing. So again, as you said, Kim Hae-soo, Jung Sung-il, who is playing like this weird millennial, like disaffected millennial who loves dogs. Like, I get it, but he's also like playing. And then you've got Ju Jung Hyuk, who's playing like a 25. So like all of them are playing like a decade younger than what they actually are. It's really weird. Jang Hae Jin is playing just kind of a side character who's a writer. Nothing's really happening. Now, mind you, we're only 2 episodes in, but it's just it's chaos, Marisa. It is just chaos. And it's like not chaos in a way that you're just like it's unwatchable. Like it's just I don't even know how to describe it. Like you're just like, "What?" Trigger warning, all of episode 2 is about animal cruelty and this kid killing
Oh,
cats, which was
no,
awful.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
it was terrible. But it was just and so it's like they're heightening all the things that you were like, "But why? Why are we, like, showing a decapitated cat? Like, I don't need to
Oh,
see
no.
that." And
Oh.
it's really bizarre. Okay,
Oh.
let's see. Yeah, so it doesn't look like no one's actually was unmasked any good. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's chaotic good or not yet, Duck8926. I don't think it's going to. I'm gonna give it maybe this week to see if it smooths out. Like, maybe it was a situation where it was all that exposition of, like, "This is who this is," all the things are, like, setting everything up so we know who all our players are, that it was just absolute chaos. But
Mhm.
it was I kept watching. I'm like I'm saying, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I think this is how I watched it. I was like, "What? Like, why am I watching this?" But I kept watching, and I got to the end of 2 episodes, and I was like, I mean, I'm not angry at it, but it was bizarre. It was bizarre. It was just really it was just outside most of the realms, the norms that we're used to seeing is basically the best way I can put it.
Oh, well.
So, yeah. Right? And I really was excited to see it because, Joo Jung-hyuk is one I really enjoy him, this little guy, and he always plays a turd. He always plays a turd. He's always like the little dickhead in the corner who's, like, just awful, and I was super excited because he's one of Kim Ae-soo's team, so he's not. He's a good guy in this one, so I was really looking forward to it, and I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to go the distance, and he's got his, like, permed hair going, and he's like, so he's like that crazy kid who sleeps in the office all day because he's trying to make his big break. And then Jung Sung-il loves animals, and he somehow stole the only story that Jung Jung-hyuk's character had, and then they become buddies, and they, go fight the power to, like, save these kittens. It's really out there, you guys. Like, it's really out there. Like, I don't even like, that's what I'm saying, like, it's hard to even explain because, like, just saying that out loud, you're like, I can't recommend it, but I'm also like, you might enjoy it.
Oh.
Super crazy. Anyway, so that is
Oh, well.
Unmasked. So if anybody else is
No.
watching or wants to, like, let me know if they gave it a try, let me know because woof.
I
Alright.
think Meow Mix is gonna give it a try. Yeah.
Yeah, meow minx. We can come back and you can either tell me that I am just way too I just need too much out of my stories, or you can be like, that you're right, Jen. It's completely batshit crazy. But Kim Ae-soo, Marissa said, we loved her in Hyena, but it's like they took her Hyena character and then amped it up like by about half, like 50%, and then made her an investigative journalist. And you're just like, oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, yeah. And there's a whole side story about someone having sex in the editing suite. I'm just like, what? Okay, it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre. Um
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I like I said, I can't even do, like, a basic explanation of it, that's how bizarre it is. Alright, what else we got? Let's move on to something we can all talk about. Everyone's like, "Jen, wrap it
Yeah.
up. Wrap it up, Jen, wrap it up." Like, I think I'm just so, like, confused by it that I'm just like, I need to work out my feelings. Alright, you
Uh-uh.
guys, let's talk about okay, so, we have Love Scout and Motel California on the same night. Marisa, we talked about this before we went live. I think I'm enjoying Motel California more than I'm enjoying Love Scout. Anyone else feel this way? Let's go with Love Scout. Motel California.
Yeah, me too. Me too. What day of the week are these?
They're both Friday, Saturdays.
Friday, Saturday. You see, now Love Scout, I didn't even watch the last episode that dropped the other day, yesterday, but it feels more like I think I would be happy watching this on a Monday and Tuesday.
Right?
I can't really explain that.
Yep. Let's see. So Meow Minx also loving Motel California more than Love Scout. Yep. Let's see.
Mhm.
Watching Love Scout but not loving it might be a bit. Duck 896. I think that's what it is. Like it is molasses slow. It's like, good God. Right?
When they did the whole storyline with trying to find, I mean, I get it. This is wrapped around, this is an office drama too.
Mhm.
They just spent an awful lot of time running through the market trying to find this person that they want to become a candidate for a really important job. And I'm like, we spending that much time on this? So I was
Right?
like, it lost me a bit there. I mean, I loved seeing the market and it was fun, but I'm like, this is a really big cast.
Such a
We're
big
gonna
cast.
have to spend time with other people, and it kind of wasn't It
a
did. It
strong
slowed
one.
down for me.
And then it slowed down, and then all of that to, like, lead up to and God, I apologize, I can't come up with their name right off the top of my head, but all of that running around the market to come across one of the biggest names of Ajumma actresses that we
Mhm.
see in K-dramas, for her to have, like, this really not like, really minor story point, like, I was just like, "What? Really? Like, that's what is happening?" Like, I thought it was really I thought it was I thought that was a waste of her talents is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's Kim Jung Young.
Thank you.
I love her when I
I
see
lo
her.
oh my god,
She's
I
yeah.
do.
So yeah, I am enjoying it, but it's not like it doesn't have that obsessive quality for me.
Exactly.
So here's my other question about our lead guy. Because I saw something that said, it's these acts of service that he's doing for her that are just so romantic or leading to the romance. Like, and I'm like, he's kind of treating her like a child.
Well, at one point,
Like
he
he's
even says that she's almost as much work as his daughter.
oh, he did say that?
He
Oh my
did.
god.
Yes.
Uh, so yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
listen, I still enjoy it and
Mhm.
I am going to like watching it on a Monday, Tuesday. But like the
Exactly.
big weekend juicy watch, this it's not it.
Yeah. I think that's kinda going with what you said, like, his acts of service. He also is almost he's almost to a point where he's too perfect. Like, he's
Mhm.
too every need she has, he is fulfilled. Like,
Right,
every
right.
time she turns around, he has her shoes, or he's got the door, or he's got the car, or he's got her organ and after a while, I'm just like,
Mhm,
"This is a lot. This is a lot." Like, he's
mhm.
adorable, and I understand why she's falling for him, but I'm also a little overwhelmed. He's just right, Amna? He's too perfect. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
just yeah, and I don't really know enough about him. It's just it's a very weird disconnect. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, like you said, Maurice, it's a good Monday, Tuesday one.
Yeah, like, I'm totally enjoying it, and, like, I
Aw.
love the whole, like, container store aspect to this,
Right?
to what he's doing. Um, but yeah, it's a little he's too but then he's gonna
Right.
well, I don't
Right.
know. I don't know
Yeah.
where they're going with this, and it is I'm not invested enough to, like, try to come up with theories on it.
Yeah. Like, it's very yeah. It's just
Yeah.
nothing is really it doesn't have that spark where I'm like, "Yes." It's just kind of
Mhm.
like, "Oh, okay. I mean, I get it. I can see you 2 hooking up for sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Okay, okay. Mhm."
I will say though that I'm falling in love with Soul. Like I haven't seen a drama in a while where it made Soul look so just romantic with the,
Mhm.
cherry blossoms, fluttering down and they're in front of the gates and it's just it's beautiful. Like every time they take a walk, it's like it's by one of the, palace walls. It's
Right?
so beautiful. Mhm.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. And it looks like they shot it, like, in the most beautiful time there, like, spring, obviously, and
Yeah.
you're just like, "Oh god,
Mhm.
it's gorgeous." I mean,
So
I'm gonna
pretty.
throw out maybe something that maybe unpopular, I don't know. I'm what do you guys think of her chemistry? What do you think of Han Ji Min's chemistry with Lee Jun Hyuk? I I feel like the last time I really loved her chemistry with a co-star, and maybe it's because it broke my heart so how much, but was Radiant. I thought her chemistry with,
Nam Ji Hyuk.
Nam Joo Hyuk was a like, when we thought she was the younger one, I thought it was adorable how frustrated he was with her, but their
Mhm.
chemistry popped for me
Yeah.
in all areas. I'm not
Yeah.
I don't think I've really enjoyed her chemistry with any of her co-stars as much as I enjoyed that one, so I don't maybe that's for me what's happening, maybe the chemistry's not popping.
Well, it's also kinda tough because, like, her walls are so, like,
Yeah,
up and reinforced and then she's his boss, and so it's a little
yeah,
like, they can't go there yet, but
yeah,
you would think there would be some sort of sparks,
right. Like,
not
even
just when she's kind of half asleep and half drunk, right?
right? Yeah, like, there I don't know, like, maybe I'm just being difficult, but yeah, it's just it's not grabbing me like Motel California, so let's talk about that because I really am
Yeah.
enjoying that one, let's talk about that one. Yay, Motel
Yeah.
California. Chemistry is okay, they're teasing us at times. I'm not a fan of how close they have to work together. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
and I don't want to spoil anyone, but according to the previews next week, she's calling stop to that. It's going to be interesting.
Oh,
I think the Love Scout is about Sword and Ellie. Oh, yeah, I agree, Ducky926. Like, we don't really know what his point of view is at all, except for his daughter. Like, that's the only point of view I really feel solid on. I totally
yes.
agree. Yeah.
Yes. It's just, because they've got his neighbor, his friend, but
Mhm.
she really likes him, but we kinda don't know why. Like, they've built nothing there,
Right.
except
Maybe
there is an excessive amount of baked goods in this show. What
I
is
mean,
this
I don't know what this says about me of being distracted, but I got to the point where where Han Ji Min was eating so much, like, comfort food that I started counting when they would cut away from her mouth so she could spit it out. Because 'Cause I'm like, "There's no way Han Ji Min is eating this much tteokbokki or pastries. There is no way. She must be spitting it out." And so I kept looking for the cuts where they could where they would she took a bite and they would cut and she would spit it out. I don't think that does not bode well for my interest in the show, but that's where I got to.
I know. I've been craving salt bread for like 2 weeks now, and I'm like, I know a good place in LA to get it. I haven't made it there yet. I'm like,
Oh,
I
nice.
forget about it, and then I remember it. I'm like, oh right, it's because I keep watching them eating bread in these bakeries.
In this week's episode, he, like, showed up with her lunch, and it was literally a bag of pastries. I'm like, "That is not a healthy lunch for anyone." Like, what is that? Like, what is happening? I'm like, "It's delicious, but that is not sustainable."
Oh my
That was
god,
very
that's
funny.
hilarious.
That was very funny. Alright, you guys, let's chat about, Motel California.
Yeah.
I mean, I I was really surprised how much I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. I yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what
So
else to
I so Issa Young
Mhm,
can do these characters that
mhm,
can be really fun and girly, but also there's just kind of strength and hurt that
mhm.
she portrays really well. Like we saw that in Red Sleeve, where she played the palace maid who ended up with the king, Junho. And then Kairos was
Oof,
straight
love
drama,
Cairo
very
so much.
amazing. Probably one of our favorite shows.
Yeah.
So she can bring it, and I really love this, especially coming off of what was the one she just did, the romance
My
drama
god, we just
we
watched
just
it.
watched.
Calvin, it was your favorite of the year. What was it called? I just blanked on it so hard. Ay,
Yeah,
ay, ay. Hold, please. What Comes
but
After Love? I think it's because we have
what
too
comes
many what titles lately, and
what
I'm like, "What is
yeah.
happening?" This one is What Comes After Love, yes.
So I enjoyed that, but she was just very one note in that.
Mhm.
I mean, well, she was two notes. She was like this character who was kind of this lost young woman in Japan starting to feel really lonely. And then she was just like kind of this angry 27-year-old head editor at her family's publishing firm,
Right,
you
right.
know?
Yes. That was
And
it.
that was it, right?
That was it.
And I enjoyed it, but this, I'm just loving her so much more because she's simultaneously like trying to hide her identity and like has so much hurt from when she was, ostracized as a young girl. And then but she's also this like really kind of kick-ass designer, and I love her
Right?
relationship. I love her relationship with everyone in this show. It's so
I
good. It's
It's
so
just
good.
so good. I mean, I listen, talking about going into town with the sunglasses and y'all, the scarf of invisibility also made an appearance again, and I cackled. I was like, "What is happening? What is with this scarf of" if nothing else, that scarf is drawing attention to you. Um, but
Hilarious.
yeah, I was surprised how much I enjoyed all these characters, and my god, Chaemin Soo playing almost a normal person is mind-boggling. I had to, like, check to make sure I knew who he was because 'cause I'm like, "Is that who I think it is?" Like, he always plays a fucking nut job who is, like, a gangster and, like, killing like, like but he's playing this very eccentric father who adores his daughter, who basically wants nothing to do with him, but she really does. And it's a very sweet relationship. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much, and it was so I really found that all the relationships with everybody, the friendships that they developed, the little kids who are playing them, like, the fact that they're a gang of, like, 4 or 5, like, to the end, they all
Mhm.
support them, with Nanu being heartbroken and always going to Seoul, his buddy doesn't judge him, he, like, helps him try and find her in Seoul, like, I loved that. I love that when
Yeah.
he's heartbroken about it, they try and help him. Like, it's just there's just so much yeah, there's just so much there that I'm just really, really enjoying all of it.
Yeah, like, I really like these small towns,
Mhm.
when they're portrayed in a drama like this with a big cast. Queen of Tears didn't do it for me though, but this I'm really enjoying, and I'm liking the Chaebol, does it you guys does he look like Chanyeol from EXO? Like, every time I see him, like, is how can that not be Chanyeol? I totally thought it was him, but
This guy?
I'm
Kim
really
Taehyung?
liking yeah, I'm really liking all of these relationships because 'cause they're also like, even the girl who well, also, he could be horrible. Normally,
Right.
his character is drawn horribly, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of, condescending or throwing his money around or just treating other people poorly, but, like, he happily goes to the work site, you know? He's
Right?
having breakfast with all the other who
Yeah.
feeds all the construction workers? What is
Right? Like, it's there's a lot there that I'm just like, I'm kind of confused on to some extent, but I'm also like, I'm loving it is adapted oh, you know what, you guys? We always say this, when it's adapted from a novel, I find that the story is much more cohesive, and maybe that's part of what I'm enjoying so much. The storytellers already know the blueprint. It's not a single writer being like, "I have an idea, and I have a beginning, and I have an ending, and how we're gonna get there, Lord only knows, but let's go." This one is adapted from a novel, Home Bitter Home,
Yeah.
and, it is by Shim Yoon So. So, I I feel like we've been really lucky with ones based on novels. We had The Kidnapping Day, which was one of my favorites of 2024. We had, Blackout, which was 2025's top pick, and now we've got Motel California, and I'm sure there've been others, but those 2 really stand out, and this one so far is kind of standing out for me in the same way that I feel like these characters are very well developed. Like, I don't
Mhm.
feel like they're caricatures. I feel like we are rooting for them and also cringing at them at the same time. I feel like they're, like, real people. So there's just a
Yeah.
lot there. I really am enjoying that.
Yeah, exactly, not caricatures, which I think we sometimes get when it's maybe like a webtoon that's
Mhm.
been not always, but sometimes, or when it's just not based on some sort of source material. But this one, yeah, exactly, so supportive, just feels really real,
Mhm.
and so the antics don't have to be so extreme.
I think exactly, like, the antics I do find that a lot of times, like, when you say when it's adapted from a webtoon or it's just a an orig I mean, let's be honest, we're gonna get to it, but when the stars are gossiping, like, when it's an original idea, like, sometimes the antics are so over the top that you're just like, "Ugh," like, I don't even know what this story is. But these antics are so, like, normal and everyday, like, you can kind of see your own friends being like that when we
Mhm,
were this age or how they behave,
mhm,
and
mhm.
I'm really enjoying that, yeah. And
Yeah,
I
like
will yeah, go ahead.
well, like, she goes back to her hometown, and
Mhm.
she's got her scarf and her sunglasses, and she's like, "Don't tell anybody," and
Right.
they let her do that. They
Nice.
don't come after her. It's like they're gossiping in the hair salon, but, like, no one's, like, chastising her for that or
Mhm.
calling her out on it. They just kind of let her do it because 'cause they're all kinda quirky, I guess, so.
He and I love how her dad is like, "Huh, well, hello. Nice to meet you as well. Ah, okay. Sure, let's do this, let's do this." Like, it was such a love I thought that was such a lovely scene, especially when he got all emotional and had to go to the rooftop, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Aw, dad." It
Yeah,
was so
yeah,
lovely. Yeah, and I will just to kind of broach that subject, like, I think we've all been really super cringy about, like, fat suits and whatnot, and that whole concept of that, but I think they've
yeah,
handled this situation very well. Like, it's just
yeah.
I don't think it's about I've seen a lot of it on Blue Sky where people are upset about the fat suit and that kind of thing, but I do think that it is part of his character. It's part of how they got who they were when they were originally a couple and how she loved him like that. And I think it has been handled in a very loving sort of way. So I'm not I just wanted to bring that out in case anybody else had
Mhm.
thoughts on that.
Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, I'm really
The
enjoying it.
scene with them playing at the Bulgogi Festival or whatever that was,
Oh my god, I
it
loved it
is
so much.
it was
I loved it so much.
it was hilarious. But it's like they're true friends. They're
Yeah,
true friends. And
yeah,
so, he was a little husky at the time, no one made
right.
that much of a big deal of it, you know?
No, not at all. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a story point except for the fact that he's mentioned it. They mentioned it once or twice, but that was it, and
Mhm,
she basically says, "Don't ever lose weight." Like, that's really the only times
mhm.
it's mentioned. That's it.
Yeah,
And I feel like it was just a normal kid who's a little on the huskier side, and that's how they're playing
yeah,
it, and then,
yeah.
as we all do, you go to, like, a big major city, and you're like, "Oh, my girl lives there. I gotta look like those guys," and then he changed for it, and his friends helped him out. Like, who hasn't done that?
Yeah. Mhm,
Who hasn't gone to the
mhm.
gym after a breakup? I say no one.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm really, really, really enjoying this one. I
Mhm,
think those out
mhm.
there, and I think Kate, I think I saw you out there worried that it's not gonna end well. I I think it's gonna end okay. I think we're gonna be happy at the end of this. I don't think they're
I
gonna
hope
go their
so.
separate ways. I don't think they've set this up for them to be separated. If nothing else, I feel like everything is leading towards them being running the motels there in their
Yeah.
town. So that's
Well,
what
I
I
will
think.
say also this is 12 episodes, which kinda bums me
Right.
out, but maybe it's gonna keep the story tight, you
Mhm.
know? So,
Right.
mhm.
So not as few as I already blanked on it.
It's not
What
8.
Comes After Love. It's not as short as What Comes After Love, and it's not as long as When the Stars Gossip. How was that for a segue, Marisa? Alright, you guys.
I
Is
do wanna
anyone
but we
Oh,
I
yeah, go
do
ahead.
wanna mention one thing. The writer who adapted this wrote one of your favorite shows, 365. What is that called? 365,
365, something the
uh,
year.
yeah,
Begin the year, repeat the year. 365, repeat the year.
uh-huh,
Oh my god, I love that one so much.
right? I know you do.
So if you guys have not watched 365, I think it's Repeat the Year, right? I think it's, let me make sure. I don't wanna quote the wrong title, so if you guys go looking for it. Yeah, Repeat the Year. 365. If you guys have not watched see 365 Repeat the Year, Lee Hyuk, amazing. Um, what is, and this is also my favorite Nam Ji Hyun drama as well, because
Ooh.
she gets to play just a little bitch for like the first half of it, and it's so perfect for her, so perfect. Like she's a bitter, bitter woman in this one, and I'm like perfect. If you guys get a chance, it is so good. God, I might have to rewatch that one. It was
Yeah, I'm gonna have to I think I dropped it at some point, but I'm
yeah.
gonna give it another try because it's kinda quiet right now.
Oh, it's super quiet right now. Super
Right?
quiet. Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah. It's kind of freakishly quiet, but what's coming up next week? I'm so excited. Unfortunately, it's
Mm,
just one day and I'm gonna burn through it. It's gonna be gone.
yeah.
All
Mm,
right, you guys. Is anybody still watching When the Stars Gossip? Anyone? Anyone out there? Anyone?
I
Anyone?
tried.
I
I
forgot
tried.
about it. Right? Duck 8926 365 was such a good show. And I think it's like when they talk about like shows that didn't get enough attention, 365 is one of them. Amazing. Toya, so good to see you. 365 was amazing, right? Um 365, where did you watch it? I wanna say Vicky. Hold, please.
Um, yeah, so Meow Mix, I was kind of the same. I didn't get through it, but I'm gonna give it another shot because Jen has been just, shouting about how
I know.
amazing it is. So I
It
I
was
will
so
give it a
good.
shot because it's super quiet right now.
Yeah,
Because I did watch When the
it is
Stars
on
Gossip.
Vicky. Yep. Yeah. It's on Vicky,
Okay,
you guys, so it's gonna be super accessible to you. It takes a
cool, cool,
little
cool.
bit because it is sci-fi, so you kinda have to, and it is. What's really, it's repeat the year, so there's a lot of, like, recurring themes that you kinda have to get used to, and it's really interesting. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank
Okay.
you. Cannot make it myself, press episode, okay. I mean, listen, again, it's not for everyone, but oof. If you like that kind of style of storytelling, I loved it so much. Thank you, Toya. Oh, Shanda's still watching When the Stars Gossip. Decade 96 could not, listen, if Oh Jung-se looking that good couldn't save it, I mean, oof, yeah, I hear you on that one. Like, how can all their friends in space in there?
Yes.
I just
Yes. They're cell towers, I guess.
They got one of the space,
Mini
they got one of
boat.
the
Yeah.
space, like,
Satellites.
what satellites passing by, they're getting cell reception. Um, I be honest, I forgot I was even watching it, so that pretty much tells you where I was at after episode 1. I was like, nothing I completely forgot to hit play on episode 2.
Yeah, quirky. Is quirky it's something. I just there were too many so in like that first episode with the musical number, the zig what those kind of old 1940s films with the swimming pools and the synchronized swimmers and
Right,
that, and then they
right?
had the kind of like fairy tale element at the end. I thought we were going somewhere, and then I sped through a lot of episode 2 because it just was like I'm like they hid it in the ice cream container. He brought ice cream and then Gong Hyo Jin and the gun. I'm like, "What?" And it was just like,
Oh,
it was
Calvin's saying the same thing in all caps.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, the cast is amazing. Lee Min Ho, Gong Hyo Jin, Oh Jung Se, the new
Not
guy
looking at this.
from When the Phone Rings. It's like everybody like in ground control. Man,
Right?
I
Like,
could
this
not
cast
though.
is just amazing. It is stacked. This cast is stacked, and I'm really bummed out that it's just not working for me.
It's not no, me neither. Total bummer. Total bummer. Because you
I
can see how much money they poured into this.
So much. Okay, so I saw an interesting thing. So Meow Mix is saying you're still in the bad place, which we all know where that is. That this one seems to be like a westernized K-drama. I
Huh?
I mean, I feel like this is my soapbox on that. I feel like a lot of times that when people don't like a K-drama or it gets a little bit too wacky for them or it doesn't do well, if it's on Netflix, they're trying to westernize everything. This is not a Netflix drama. This Netflix just licensed it. This is a Korean drama. Like, I mean, Koreans can make bad television too, y'all. Like, I don't. That's that's kind of how I look at it. Like, we all take big swings and miss, and I feel like this was a big swing. I don't even know who is making
TVN.
this. TVN. I think it's a big swing
TVN.
for TVN, but let's be honest, TVN has missed as big swing and a whiff numerous times. We've seen it over and
Mhm.
over again because
Mhm.
they clearly want to like encourage their creators to take these big swings, which is great. But I don't look
Mhm.
at it as a westernizing of K dramas, in my opinion. I don't see that at all. In
I don't
anything,
see that at all.
I see this one as being very K drama
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
just the themes in general are just like the
Mhm.
chaebol, even just in episode 1, the chaebols and them ruining him as a doctor and him having to go into space because he's being ostracized to go and fix something, and, like, I feel like those are very from my experience of watching K-dramas, very Korean themes in their
Mhm.
storytelling, right?
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's how I see it. What do you guys
Yeah.
think? What do you think, Marisa?
Um, it I was just looking at the list of TVN shows, because, yeah, they're taking okay, Pegasus Market.
Oh my god, I love that one so much. Super wacky. The
Super
wackiest.
wacky, and it
Right.
worked,
Right.
right? And this is super wacky, and it's not working for me, but I'm not sure what would make it what's westernized
And
about it.
I would say wacky in almost the same type of way. It's an office, it's in space, but it's still
Yeah,
an office setting.
yeah,
Pegasus Market was
yeah,
an office setting only in a market, right? And it
yeah,
was the
uh-huh,
politics that go in and all of the
mhm,
wacky stuff, um, uh, Kim's I just blanked out his name. Showing up in all of his costumes and being like trying to to go after
Kim
people.
Byung-chul.
Kim Byung Chul, that's right. You think I would remember him because I think he's like a sexy little beast. Uh, he just does weird my little nerd radar just goes off every time I see him. I'm like, "I love you. I love you." Um, I do, I do, right?
Wait, oh,
Uh,
there it is.
there it is. But I would say that the wackiness in both of them where you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" is in both,
Mhm,
and I feel
mhm.
like but again, like you said, Pegasus Market fucking nailed it, and the
Yeah,
Star Gossip is not doing that.
Right. And I would say there are probably there are a ton of people who are like, I don't know what's going on with Pegasus Market, and it didn't work for them. And this
Right.
is just a bigger budget with some bigger stars, but it went there, and yeah, exactly. Calvin, big swing and a miss.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
yeah.
was trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Pegasus Marcus was bonkers, and we loved
Mhm.
it. Like, when
Yes.
Kim Byung-chul showed up in that sunflower, like, the sunflower, like, head thing, I was just like, "What is this show? I love you." Yes. It's so good.
So yeah. Yeah, they took a
Calvin, yeah.
risk. I don't know. How is it doing? I wonder if it's doing
I
well.
I have read it's doing absolutely terrible in Korea, but it's actually
Oh,
doing pretty well on Netflix,
okay.
which is interesting,
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Um, yeah, ratings. Ooh,
Right?
3.8. Ooh, and they dropped to like 2.2 and 2.8. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah,
not good.
it's not doing well in in the homeland, it is not doing well. Around 2%, you believe, yeah, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that, about
Mhm.
1.8, 2 something, right? It's not, those are not good numbers, especially for the amount of money the amount of money they spent on this, just with their 2 top, just number 1 and 2 on the call sheet. Boatloads of money.
Oh yeah.
Boatloads.
Yeah.
So, yikes. But yeah, so when the
Yeah.
stars gossip, we tried.
Yeah.
Wow, this was a quick one, you guys. There's not really much happening. Let's just go to open forum so we can talk about what's coming up next week. I'm so excited.
I know. So you guys, if you could take a moment, we've dropped a new format for our podcasts. And we've kind of expanded it out to talk about some of the things and some of the things Jen in particular really loves. So we have news, we have what everyone's obsessed about, and we have deep dives. And so we're doing that monthly. And if you become a member for just $6 a month or more, you'll become a Kofi member. You know, the price of a cup of coffee at this, I'm like
Mhm.
buying $7 lattes these days. So this is a bargain. But become a member and you will get exclusive content. Um, a lot of our unpopular opinions, things that would be just for you as a member. So if you want to join, it really does go such a long way to supporting us, because it takes a lot for us. As fun as this is, and it's our favorite thing in the world, there are just some like basic things we have to do to get the technology out to you. And this really helps us with the costs for that. The other thing is, if you listen on Apple Podcasts or just go to Apple Podcasts, if you can write us a review, apparently that means a lot to Apple.
Mhm.
And we know there's so many K-drama fans out there that are just not getting our content, getting our podcasts, and having a positive review. I'm not telling you what to write, but a positive review would really help us out.
Would help us a
And
lot.
then the
Thank
other way
you.
you can support us is while you're here on YouTube, if you buy super sticker, or if you're watching this on the replay, you'll see a little $sign and a heart. If you feel like supporting us, that would just be amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes.
Mhm.
And this month's member only podcast is us giving you our deep thoughts on the scandal of Park Sung-hoon. So if you also have thoughts, you can jump on that. That's what we've got over there. It's
Yeah,
over in
this
Kofi.
Squid
Mhm.
Game 2 scandal. Mm,
It made us spicy. We were
yeah,
spicy.
yeah. Mhm.
So yeah. So with that being said, we are on open forum. What is everyone else watching with all of that? Also, y'all, this week we've got the Juji Hoon juggernaut coming our way. Yeah. Where are you at? Trauma Code Heroes on Call is coming our way Friday. So excited.
He's a
Oh,
genius surgeon, is that it?
trauma surgeon.
Trauma
Trauma
surgeon.
surgeon. Have you guys seen these posters and the trailers? I would wish we could play look at that fucking poster. Look at him. Look at him, y'all. Feast your eyes on that cockiness. I can't wait.
Ah,
Oh, Kate C, thank you so much.
oh, thank you,
Thank you
Kate.
very much. Really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Um, oh my god, right? It's just gonna be there. Yes, Duck 8926, they're gonna drop all 8 episodes in one day, which is, on one hand, I'm super, super excited about because it's just gonna be a feast of Juji Hoon. And on the other hand, I'm super bummed out because it's gonna be over so quickly.
Uh, Oh.
Right? Yeah. Uh, all the eps are dropping in one day. Yep. Oh god. I'm so looking forward to him doing that. Oh my god. Cuz what it reminds me of is his character from uh All Among the Gods.
Oh, yeah,
Like that
along with the
kind of
gods.
Along with the Gods. Thank you. Along with the
Yeah.
Gods. Like it kind of reminds me of that kind of like cocky like smart alecky, and I'm just so excited for 8 episodes of that. Like so excited for that.
He was so
Oh,
good in
he's
that. I
so good in
loved
that.
his character in those films. Or
Oh,
hey,
he
are
was
we ever getting a 3rd film?
That's what I was just gonna ask. Have we heard anything about that?
Because I thought they were waiting for Do Kyung-soo to get out of the military, and he's been out for, like, 3 years now,
Right?
so
Like, I feel like he's just been hanging out. Like, let's get to work, buddy. Come on now. Come on. Let's see. Okay,
wow.
Juji Hoon. Going. It does say it's to be announced, but we've got 3 and 4 on his MDL list. So
Ooh.
they are there. They just are not scheduled yet, it looks like.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, oh, I'm so excited for that. Looking forward. Yes. Under Deep. Oh my god, so excited. Looking forward to Juji Hoon. It's gonna be so amazing. Let's see. Meow Minx is watching Check in Hanyang. How is it? I mean, should we be watching it? Like, listen, our watch lists are sparse. So should we be watching that? Let's see.
Yeah, I don't have a Joseon Era on my docket right
Right?
now, so yeah.
Oh, let's see. Someone else just where'd it go? Where'd the comment go? Come on, come back, come back. Oh, and Calvin is watching Tale of Lady Oak. What about that one? That one is finaleing next week. Should we
Oh.
watch that one? Is that worth watching? Should we wait for the finale to make sure it ends well? What's going on, Calvin? Let us know there.
Mm.
Let's see. Oh, Meow Ming's got past. Oh, after episode 2, Check and Hang Young got better. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I need a good, like you said, Maurice, I need a good Chosen era. Like I haven't had a historical in quite some time.
Yeah, and this is like a really smart girl dressed as a guy.
Right. Right. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool, cool.
Mhm.
So Marisa, are you gonna talk to us about what is that one you were watching?
Singles Inferno.
Singles Inferno. That's what I'm like. I'm like, my brain is not working at all. I'm blanking on Smoke Inhalation. My brain is like, it's there. It's just I can't quite read the words. It's really bad.
I hesitate to say this as an Asian woman who has been mistaken for other Asian women. But I think this has everything to do with plastic surgery in Korea.
Mhm.
Like it's looking like factory model
Mhm.
is just being I don't know. They all have very similar noses. They all same hair color. There's one of the contestants, she stands out, but she's also very tanned, and we've seen it before in Singles Inferno where the guys just don't go for her. But like if she
Really?
were on an American dating show, she would probably be like the one that everyone's tripping over to get to. So it's just and this is I think only 4 episodes dropped. So we haven't gotten to know them very well yet. And the thing is, the way this show works, it's a dating show, but like compared to like other international dating shows, like some of those British ones where like people are just like full on cuckoo bananas, like they tend to they only talk about the same thing over and over and over again. Like when the women are all together in their dorm, it's just like, so what did you think of him? And what's your type? And what did you like about him? And what happened? And they don't talk about anything other than the
Um,
relationships to the guys or what they think about them. And then when they're on their dates, it's the same thing. So it's like, so what do you look for in a woman? And like, where they make little funny jokes to each other, but they don't ever get into not that I need them to talk about politics, but like they never get into deeper subjects that have nothing to do with being
yeah,
on a
yeah,
dating show on the island. So
yeah.
it's kind of hard to get a real read on their personalities and who they are and what they are about because they don't talk about that.
So it does not pass the is it Bechdel test?
Bechdel test.
Bechdel test.
No, they never talk about each other because they also the one of the rules on the show is you can't ask their age
Oh.
and you can't share your age and you can't share what you do until you're on a private date
Oh, okay.
in paradise where they like helicopter you to a fancy hotel.
So even the
So
women amongst themselves can't discuss that?
no,
Oh.
no. So, and like I said, like like in all of these seasons, like 92% of them are models. So it's not like they'd have a lot to talk about anyways.
Right. They're like,
But
"So I was over here and I did that. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Honda Deep. We what
Oh.
my dearest. I keep hearing
Ah.
did you watch that one, Marisa? It
No,
looks
but I've
so heavy to me, but everyone
yes,
loved it.
but I exactly, but I have not been able to like press play. So,
Mhm.
but I feel like I would have to commit to it.
Right. It seems like it's gonna take a lot of energy out of me, but it does look amazing.
Oh. Well, maybe
Okay.
if I take a trip, I'll download it for the plane and
Oh,
then
there you
that
go.
might be a good idea. Yeah.
Meow Minx, my dearest is Meow Minx is like dragging out the anticipation is 100% her.
Uh,
Nice. Let's see. I hear that maybe producers got women who look the same, so more of them would have a chance with the guys, right? There, like it is. It's really interesting, right? Let's see.
yeah, man,
Toya's also basically a casting call for contestants, right?
This K-beauty standard, it's really it's really intense. Like, I mean, so when I went there, like I had some facial treatments and I had my hair done, like got this head spa thing, which was amazing. But it's so affordable. Like when you get a facial here, it's well over $100, right? It's like,
Easily.
yeah. So I mean, there are definitely like luxury spas there, but like there's so many just kind of regular middle class spas. And it's like, $35 for a basic
Really?
treatment. Like
Oh
you
my
can go
gosh.
multiple times. It's super affordable
Oh
and
wow.
you can be good to yourself.
Right?
So,
That's got I would gosh, that would be
yeah.
lovely. It's like
Mhm.
you have to like save to get a facial here. Like you gotta be like, I can afford it once a quarter.
Right? It's like a
Right?
treat. Whereas there,
Yeah.
it's like maintenance.
Weekly, right? It's like going to the gym.
Yeah, right?
Wow. That would be so lovely. Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Ugh, amazing.
Decade 926 is looking forward to The Witch. Oh, that's right. I am
Mhm.
hearing about that one. I don't know who's going to distribute that one either, but I think it's coming up in February. That one's going to be interesting. I'm excited for that
With
one.
Jin Young?
Yeah.
Which Jin Young?
Uh, the Jin Young. I don't know. Hold please. Hold please. Let's look it up.
Are Yumi Cells Jin Young? Got
I believe
7
so.
Jin Young? That
Yes.
one?
I believe that's who it is. Yes, yes. There he is. Here we go. This one is coming
Yay.
out in February, it looks like.
Oh, okay. Well, we need
Yeah.
to, like, freaking, like, leave January behind, so
Right? And I just wanna make sure Ro Jung-yi is the person I'm thinking of. Nope, not at all. I have no idea who that is. That is not who I was thinking of, but I'm looking forward to that one. I've seen some of the previews for that one. But yeah, that one's gonna
Cool.
be fun. Let's see, what is that one about? Hold, please. Let's go back. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Jang Hae-jin also good to see her. A
Ah.
story about a man who fell in love with a woman called a witch. Hak Mi Jung is a woman who wears pretty clothes and enjoys complete freedom. She became a translator. And wait, is this the translator one? That no, that's a different one. Uh, she's been good since her childhood. Her mother passed away giving birth to her since she stood out, and she says, perhaps her unique and mysterious atmosphere. This is a word salad explanation of what the story is about. She's used to the loneliness now, but from time to time, she recalls a boy, Lee Dong-jin, from high school with a bright smile who used to pass her by with a group of friends. It is adapted from the webtoon Manya, which I think is correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is witch, right, in Korean? I think.
Oh,
Anyway,
boy.
that's that one. Yay! It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be deep. Let's see. No wonder their skin looks so damn good, right, Toya? If I could go get that once a week, heck yeah. I'm watching When the Star Goes and really enjoy it because it's crazy and it stars right, LK Bowie for sure. I mean,
Mhm.
listen, even in the first episode, Lee Min-ho had some charm. I could understand if he is your boy, I would be watching it straight through as well, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You're getting a lot of him
You're getting a
in
lot of
this
him. And
really kind of, like, fun and fun role, and you've just seen him being like the king for so long.
Right.
So I totally get it. Totally
If you
get it.
watch him in Pachinko, like, you're getting a whole different, like, you're going from basically a full-on gangster to, kind of just a goofball. So I can totally understand loving that, right?
Yeah.
Mm. And I'm gonna go watch 3 right? You guys, I need you all to come back and let me know what you thought, because 365 Repeat the Year was just I'm gonna have to maybe that is what I will do this weekend. I will rewatch that, and we will all come back and talk next week. It was
Yes, because
so good.
we need something to do tomorrow because I'm not gonna be
I will not be
watching.
watching that.
Uh-uh.
No.
Nope.
No. WT, he really is.
Mhm.
He's not my favorite. Like, I enjoy him, but he's not but he is he's very good at comedy. He actually does
Mhm.
have good comedy chops for sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
totally agree.
Mhm.
Um, okay, you guys, this is a brief one, but it was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
We really needed it. I did anyway. I don't know about you,
Oh,
Marisa. I feel like you did as
for
well.
sure. For
Ugh,
sure.
a little
So
decompressing, having a good time, a few laughs at some scarves of invisibility. Who doesn't enjoy that?
yes, yes.
I mean, this is my ode to the scarf of invisibility. It's a little scrap of it.
It's very
I'm sorry, Ducket 926.
ah, eesh.
Blows. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, well. Yeah, it's a federal holiday here on Monday, so
Yeah. It's
yeah.
a federal holiday, and yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day,
That's
so
right.
that's
We're
what we
gonna
will be
celebrate that. That
recognizing.
is what we will be recognizing tomorrow, and that's about it.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah,
about it. So,
yeah.
yes. All right, you guys. So 365 Repeat the Year. It looks like that's it. Basically, I think that's a very fitting title for what we want to do this week. 365 Repeat the Year. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh my god, Meowmix is gonna be catching up on Story of My Life, right? Exactly. So many things to catch up on. Um,
C-dramas. Mhm.
C-dramas, right? I can't even imagine
That's a
diving into
commitment,
those.
yeah.
I've heard that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, thanks again, you guys. It is so lovely and such a good we just enjoy hanging out with you guys so much. But again, if you are watching this and you're on the replay or you're hanging out with us for the first time and just hanging out, if you give us a like, YouTube really likes that. It tells the algorithm that you enjoy watching this and it will push it out to other K-drama fans, and we will have the greatest K-drama community in all of K-drama land in 2025. And we will bring all the people who need some self-care in 2025 to us. It's going to be great. We
Yes.
have the greatest
Mhm.
crew. We know it. It's fantastic. So yeah, we will see you guys next time, and
Yeah.
have a good couple of weeks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.